Welcome to Freelancing for Beginners. We're covering how to start from absolute zero in 2026. What if I told you that freelancing is one of the easiest ways to start earning online, but most people still fail? Not because freelancing is difficult, but because they approach it the wrong way. There's a fundamental misunderstanding of how the freelance economy works. Every day, thousands of beginners create accounts on various freelancing platforms, believing this is the only step needed. They sign up, make profiles, spend time perfecting the details, and then they wait for clients to come to them. Days pass. They refresh their dashboard, check their email, nothing. Weeks pass, and still nothing happens. No messages, no orders, no income. They invested their time, and the return is zero. The silence is deafening. And slowly they start believing freelancing doesn't work. But that's not true. The problem is not the platform or the system. The problem is how beginners start. Most people come into freelancing with a profoundly wrong mindset about what it takes to succeed. They think they need to learn every skill under the sun, operating on the flawed assumption that skill quantity translates directly into higher earnings. So they start learning graphic design, then video editing, then writing, then coding. They jump from one skill to another, constantly dividing their focus. This is where they lose. They spread themselves too thin without mastering any of them to a level where a client would pay a premium. Because freelancing is not about doing everything. It's about doing one thing and doing it well. It's about doing one thing well enough that someone is not just willing, but eager to pay for it. So before you even think about earning, you need to understand one simple truth. Freelancing is not about skills alone. It's about solving problems. Clients don't care how many skills you have listed on your profile. They only care about one thing. Can you solve their problem or not? Be the solution. Once you fully internalize this, once you shift your focus from collecting skills to solving a specific problem, everything starts to change. Your profile, your outreach, your pricing, it all becomes clearer and more effective. Join me in the next part of this series, where we break down step 1, identifying the high-value problem you can solve right now. Welcome back. This is part 2 of our guide to starting your earning journey. Today we're tackling the most critical question, choosing the right skill. Now the biggest question is, what skill should you choose? This is where most beginners get stuck. The biggest question is, what skill to choose? They keep searching for the quote perfect skill, something easy, something high-paying, something with less competition. But here's the reality. There is no perfect skill. Every skill works if you stick with it long enough. Instead of searching for the best skill, you should focus on choosing a simple skill that is practical and in demand. Focus on a simple skill you can learn quickly. Choose something practical, something people are already paying for. For example, basic video editing, simple graphic design, content writing, and social media posting. These are not advanced skills, but they are in demand. And that's all you need in the beginning. You don't need to be an expert. You just need to be useful. And here's something most people ignore. You don't learn by watching tutorials only. You learn by doing. So instead of watching hours of videos, start practicing immediately. Create small projects, edit videos, design thumbnails, write posts. Get those reps in. Even if no one is paying you yet, you are building something very important, experience. And this experience will become your first step toward income. Welcome to part 3, getting your first freelance client. This is where the real journey begins, and your patience will be tested. Now comes the part where most people quit, getting your first client. It's the ultimate test of patience. In the beginning, you have no reputation, no reviews, no ratings, and most importantly, no trust. And that's normal for everyone starting out. But instead of understanding this process, most beginners give up too early. They send a few proposals, get no response, and immediately stop trying. Remember, freelancing is about building trust step by step, not winning immediately. You can't expect immediate success. Giving up after a few unanswered proposals is the biggest mistake you can make. So what should you do? First, keep your offers simple. Don't try to sell big, complex services right away. Start small. Offer something basic and clear. The simpler your initial offer, the less risk a client perceives in hiring you. For example, offer to edit a short video, focusing on a minimal time commitment. Or perhaps offer to design a simple thumbnail, a small but valuable task. Second, focus on the client's problem, not on yourself. This shift is critical. Clients don't care about how skilled you are initially. They care about fixing their immediate problem. Most beginners write proposals highlighting their skills. I can do this, I can do that. But this misses the mark. Instead, say this: I understand what you need, and here's how I can help. This simple shift changes everything and shows your client focused. The third and final strategy is simple. Be consistent in your efforts. You must send proposals daily. Treat your search for a client like a job itself. Improve your skills daily. Even small, incremental improvements add up over time. Stay active in the freelance community and keep trying. Momentum builds consistency. Your first client is not far away. You just haven't reached them yet. Stay consistent, keep your offers simple, and focus on the client. Welcome. Today, we're diving into the real strategy for achieving long-term success in freelancing. Now comes the part where most people quit, getting your first client. This is where your patience will be truly tested. In the beginning, no one knows you. You have no reviews, no ratings, and no trust. That is completely normal, but many beginners give up too early when they face these challenges. The first thing you should do is keep your offers simple. Don't try to sell big, complex services right away. Start small. Offer something basic and clear. For example, simply offer to edit a short video, design a basic thumbnail, or write a short article. Second, focus entirely on the client's problem, not on yourself. Most beginners list their skills, but clients don't care about that. They care about their problem and how you can solve it. They are looking for solutions, not just resumes. Instead of focusing on your own capabilities, change your approach. Say, I understand what you need, and here is exactly how I can help. This simple shift changes everything. And third, you must be consistent. Consistency is the key to building trust step by step. Send proposals every day. Work on improving your skills daily. Stay active. Your first client is not far away. You just haven't reached them yet. Once you land that first client, everything starts to change. Now let's discuss the real strategy for scaling. You gain confidence, you understand how the system works, and most importantly, you realize that freelancing actually works. However, here is a common mistake. People stop improving. They get comfortable with small earnings and stay stuck. If you want to grow, you need to think differently. Instead of working more hours, focus on improving your skill. Better skill equals higher value, and higher value equals higher income. Focusing on skill improvement is the path to growth. Remember, better skill leads directly to higher income. At the same time, smart freelancers build something beyond just client work. They use content to grow, sharing what they learn and building an audience. Once people start trusting you through your content, opportunities increase. Clients start coming to you instead of you chasing them. This is how you move to real online earning. So if you are starting freelancing today, remember these simple steps. Don't overcomplicate it. Pick one skill, practice daily, start small, and stay consistent. Success in freelancing is not fast, but it is simple and achievable. If you want a step-by-step guide on how to start freelancing from zero, make sure to subscribe. In the next videos, I will show you exactly how to get your very first client.